We're going to talk about the web forms that we have to offer in ServiceMonster. I'm just going to go over a few things here. Basically, no matter what industry you're in, whether it be carpet cleaning or window cleaning or um, air duct or whichever be the case, contact pages are essential when you are creating your website information. While your customers will certainly be able to reach you if you simply provide an address, phone number, email. There are several benefits that we have provided with web forms. So we're just going to go over a few things here for the advantages and the email links and traditional lead information. Customers like options. Some customers would prefer to speak directly with a company representative, while others find getting on the phone a little bit time consuming. They just don't have time and they want to be able to get online and they want to be able to pick their time and their services and, be able to schedule that way, whether it be, 2 o'clock in the morning or, 12 o'clock at midnight. Completely up to their leisure. Web Forms does allow you to have that information on your website, which is fantastic. They can also choose how they, contacted you, how they found you, how they want to be contacted. And that way, we can avoid having any frustration from any customers. So web forms are unique in that they give you the ability to control the type of information you collect from your customer, providing specific fields, designating which of these fields is required. You assure that your web visitors are giving you the information you need. When you simply provide an email, your invite is an open-ended communication with no direction. We often explain to our clients that web forms can also be used as leverage as a way to pre-qualify a web inquiry. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and pull up our information. Right now, if you were to take a look at my screen here, the web forms you can find in your marketplace. You simply would go ahead and click on it. Sorry, bear with me here. And you'll notice that in the third row down, you will see ServiceMonster Web Forms. Pretty easy to open up. And what would happen is you would have your overview and then your configuration. The one really neat thing about forms is that they are trackable. Basically, you can measure the effectiveness of your website. You need, of course, reliable metrics. Web forms give you just that. By setting up goals, from Google Analytics, you can track how many people have visited your contact page, and of those individuals, how many have actually filled out the form. In addition, you will be able to tell what websites they come to your site from, allowing you to track which marketing efforts is converting the most leads. You have the clickable email links, and you can drill them down the same way. So what will happen is you would come into the web forms, you would actually get a message that would state if you subscribe to web forms, there will be a fee that will be paid to each month that will be removed from the information that we have on file here. Once you go ahead and you actually do that, you'll have a couple of different options that you can choose from. You've got your basic web form, which allows you to capture lead information from your visitors on your website. So if we take a look here, it would have name, zip code, phone, email, and what services do they need, and what their preferred time is. That's your basic information. From there, what you could do is you can also do basic with lead source. What this allows you to do is allows you to have their name, zip, phone, email, same thing. And how did they hear about you? So it could be from Google, it could be from, word of mouth, it could be from Yelp, just kind of searching along those lines. And also, what services do they need? You'll notice that each one of these actually has a little more added into it. Your scheduling with lead source. What this is it allows you to capture your lead information, and also at the same time, they can actually take a look at what your schedule is. So if you take a look here, it's got everything, how'd you hear about us, what they need, and they can actually take a look at a time frame that would work for them. So these are 3 different options that you can put into your system. Now these here are for your website coding. We'll get back to that here in just a brief moment. Now, of course, the one thing that definitely comes into play is that with our web forms, you can, have backup for file information. You can have, the forms directly on your site, going to the leads tab, which is up here. Once you actually do subscribe for the leads tab or the leads information, the web forms, you would have this added onto your site, and your customers' information would start coming into here. Convenience is the key for you as our customers and your customers trying to get a hold of you. All right, so here we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over some of the settings where you can put your HTML in, what it's going to look like, your email notifications, and as such. Okay, so with your information, whether you choose the basic or the basic with lead or scheduling lead source, the coding down below is actually what you are going to put into your website. Basically, what you would do is, whether you know how to do it on your WordPress or, Weebly site, or, whichever be the case, what you would do is you would simply go ahead and you would select the coding. You would go ahead and you would copy it and you would drop it right in. What would happen is it would go ahead and it would pull up on your site. So here is kind of a demo that we currently have, and it would say whatever you want to add the link as. For here, we have it as scheduling services. So here is the scheduling with lead source. So this is the highest one that we have on our system, on our demo here. So if you were to take a look at the option of going ahead and putting in a first name, and you can put in an address. Now, the really neat thing is that when you're typing it, it will actually pull up the information. That is due to our fantastic address helper. And then what you can do is you can simply select on the one that you want. This is what your customers would be doing. And then, of course, they, would put in their email address. How did you hear about us? Well, right now as it sits, we do have a couple of different things that are in here. In order to make your leads public, and what that means is your customers can see them. The way that you would do this is you would go into your marketing tab. You would then click on your campaigns icon, and you would have your leads in the system. So depending on how many you've put in, or, what you've done for your marketing, or whichever be the case, you would click on one of them, and what would happen is it would pull up, and right down here, you're going to notice that there's an option that says Make Public. What you do is you put a check mark in this, and you go ahead and you save. What that will do is that will refresh your information, and it would pull it up into here. Right now, I would have to refresh for making the appointment. And there it is. So your customer then would go ahead and put in and say carpet cleaning. pet treatment, um, and possibly spot cleaning. So then what they would do from here is they would take a look and say, okay, what day do I want? Well, right now it looks like the 24th is the earliest date. We could say, for instance, go to the 25th and say we want 8 a.m. You'll notice here that the time is selected and it's from 8 to 10 is what we're showing at. And what we would do is they would click on I am not a robot. They want to make sure that that's done. And from there, they would go ahead and they would hit submit. So let me go ahead and put some information in here. All right, so we've got all of it in here. And when they go ahead and they hit submit, it's going to say, thank you for your request. You will hear from us shortly. So they can put in the note field, besides what services they want, they can see, I would want to be contacted by phone or by email or, whichever be the case. And then once that is submitted through, you will actually receive a notification on your email. And that notification will say you have a new lead in the system. And you can actually set that up under your configurations, under your settings. So you can use a custom confirmation page. You can send email notification for leads. You can show weekends, or you can just choose whichever route you want to have the email be sent from and to. And what happens is once you make your changes, all changes are automatically saved, so there's no actual save icon in here. But in your leads, you will notice that when you click on them, you will always have the newest one on top. You'll see that it comes in and it shows your account information. It already creates it. You've got your site address information. And what it'll do is it'll actually create an estimate for you as well. There won't be a total in there. That's something that you will have to, get a hold of once once you get in contact with them. It'll show the date created. And then here's the lead info. So you'll have a lead number. It's a new client, quote with availability. They found you through Google. And then here's all their customer information. What you're going to do from here is you're either going to accept or decline. If you choose to accept, it will go ahead and it will bring you into your account information, and your estimate will be here on the right-hand side. And you will go ahead and you will follow the steps of getting a hold of the customer, filling in what they would like, changing it to either a work order or looking at the possibility of a void. So that is how your information would work for on your web page. Just depends on where you have your layout as. So from here, we do like to, give information such as you have it. This is not something that is under contract. You can cancel at any point in time if it's not working out for you. But we do know that, a form of abandonment can be a particular problem with e-commerce website designs. This occurs when a potential customer leaves the process midway through completing an online form. We definitely don't want to see that happen. The benefits of self-servicing, according to Forrester, 72% of customers using a company's website answer their questions, but only 52.4% find information they actually need. So basically what this does is it's live versus virtual support costs 50% more. The average support call costs, $5.50 versus 10 cents for a web interaction. So in the long run, having the web forms, what this will do is it will actually, help out with having to, pay somebody to answer the phone all the time. Granted, of course, we like to see that happen, but it, will allow you to freely have that connection or that capability with your customers. So right now at this moment in time, this is currently how the web forms work and what they are. If you, of course, have any, questions or concerns or any comments that you would like to see or do, you can always send us in an email. And that email is support@principalfocus.com. And principal is spelled Principal. You can give us a call at 888-901-3300, or we do have our chat option available on the ServiceMonster support site where you can speak with us via online chat if you would like to do so as well. I would definitely love to thank you all for joining us here today and be looking forward to the next one that we are going to be having. And the next web is going to be the day in the life of a working in ServiceMonster. So again, thank you for joining us and hope you all have yourself a great rest of your day.